Hey, this is Joe Tech from joetech.com, and I'm just going to do a quick video today to show you how to jailbreak and then unlock the iPhone 3G on the 3.0 firmware. And it's pretty easy, should go pretty quick, so we'll just jump right into it. Before we do, there is some software that you want to download. You want to download the IPSW file. That is the kind of upgraded firmware that it'll restore to for the jailbreak, and then you want to download Red Snow, and I'm going to link to both of those in the side over here. So go ahead and download those first. Pause the video if you need to. Download those. Come back when you've got those downloaded and Red Snow's all extracted, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so now that you have that downloaded, there's a couple things you need to do. First, you want to have your iPhone plugged in and then turned off. If you turn it off first and then plug it in, it's probably going to turn itself back on. So just plug it in first and then shut it down. So that's how I have mine. It's plugged into the USB and turned off. So with that in place, then the next thing you need to do is go to your Red Snow software that you downloaded. And I don't know how the sound or anything's going to turn out here because I'm recording this on my 3GS, so we'll be testing the quality of that at the same time. In any case, I'm doing this on Windows, so on Windows I have the Red Snow exe file, and I'm just going to run that. And it starts out with copyright, and it tells me to make sure I have my IPSW file. Make sure that you did download the right one for your phone. Once you have that and you know where it is, you can just go and find it. Mine is on the desktop under iPhone, and it's right there. So I'll click that, and I hit open. Now, if you mess up and have to redo this, it goes a little slower. The first time it usually takes about 90 seconds. For mine, it went right away. So basically just verifies the software, which it's done here. And once that's done, I can hit next. No, maybe it didn't verify it. Let me try it again here. Processing firmware, it says. And now it says it's successfully identified. Okay. So I can hit next. It's going to prepare all this stuff. That goes really quickly, usually 10 seconds, and there it goes. Now, before I tried installing with install IC checked, and that gave me problems. So just check install Cydia, and most of the stuff you need is in there anyway. So as far as stuff I've looked for anyway. So check, just leave that one checked and only that one, and then you can click next. And then this screen basically just gives you a heads up on what you're going to have to do. Before you click next, make sure that you're ready to do these next steps. And the video may not come out very clear because I'm going to have to free up both my hands for this. Essentially what you're going to do is you're going to hold down the power button on the top, and then, I don't know how the light is in here, you're going to hold down the power button on the top, and then while still holding that down, after a couple seconds, you're going to hold down the home button on the front, so you got both of them, and then after about 10 seconds, you're going to let go of the power button and still hold the home button, and then once you've, basically it'll come back up, and it'll tell you when you can let that go. So anyway, we'll go ahead and hit the next step here, and I may have to switch hands real quick, so sorry if the video is shaky. Okay, hold down power, hold down home, if I don't do it right, I'll have to restart. So I release the power button, I'm holding down the home button still, and you can see in the background on the screen here It's kind of counting down for me. Now it says it's jailbreaking and waiting for a reboot. When the finish button highlights, that's pretty much when I can let go of the button here. Still waiting. This whole process literally takes just a minute or two. Now it's uploading the RAM disk, and you can see on the screen here, downloading jailbreak data. If you get that far, you know it's working. So that's a good sign. The only button I'm holding down here is the home button still on the front. As soon as this is done, the finish button should highlight up, and then I'll be able to let go of this button, and it'll do a couple more things, and then it should reboot up. So now it says it's done, so I'm going to let go here, and it still says downloading jailbreak data. It's really not doing anything important there, and over here I can just click finish or close it. It really doesn't matter, because I'm all done with that. So I'm done with everything on the screen there. So over here, it's just finishing up all the install. So again, it just takes a minute to do this. While it's doing it, leave it plugged in, of course. You know, don't hit any extra buttons, just leave it alone, and it'll come up on its own. You just have to be a little bit patient with it. Luckily, this is a pretty quick process. I think the first time I jailbroke, it was a lot longer on previous firmwares. This time it's even simpler than before. It's just real quick and dirty. Now it's finally installing the bundles. Once this is all done, the next step is to just unlock the phone so we can use it with T-Mobile. That's again another real simple process. That's actually a lot easier than this is. To unlock it, we go through just a couple of quick steps inside Cydia, and it's basically just installing a package, Ultra Snow, and then it's unlocked. Once the package is installed, you just put the new SIM in and you're done. So as you can see, it's finishing up pretty quickly finally. And now it's rebooting. So we got our Apple. Now so far from start to finish we're at just over 8 minutes. Well, just under 9 minutes. And while that's rebooting, I'm just going to switch hands on you, since I'm more adept with my right hand. Okay, there we go.